Good morning, students. This class is for JSS2 students, and today we are looking at the topic on the board, adverbs of phrasing. Adverbs of phrasing. All right. How shall we start? Let's start by defining what an adverb is. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb an adjective and a fellow adverb. Remember, we have about 8 parts of speech, of which the adverb is one of them. So it's a word. In its primary function, the adverb is a word that gives us extra information. When we talk about modifying, some books will say qualify or modify or gives extra information about a verb, an adjective, and a fellow adverb. What does that mean? It means that in a sentence or in a statement which you just made, if there is a verb which shows action or state of being, if you want to add extra information to that verb, maybe when the verb performed its action, maybe how the verb performed its action, or maybe the manner or where. These things are supplied to us by adverb. The adverb tells us things about a verb in a sentence. It adds extra information concerning that verb. It also does the same thing to adjective when it tells us the degree of an adjective. The degree. If you say something is like this, if you say a noun is like this, it is the adverb that will tell us the degree of that adjective. If you say somebody is beautiful, maybe let's say she is beautiful. Normally, we say that this is an adverb that qualifies a noun or pronoun. Now, if you have another sentence which says she is rather, or she is so, or she is very, or she is quite beautiful, these words are examples of adverbs telling us, giving us extra information about an adjective too. Like we said in our definition, that an adverb can tell us more about a verb. It can also give us extra information about an adjective. It can also talk about a fellow adverb. Now, but on the board, we are talking about the adverb of phrasing, adverbials of phrasing. Adverbials of phrasing. Adverbs, when they are modifying verbs, comma, answer such questions as, see, let me list them on the board. Maybe where, comma, when, how, to what degree or extent, to what degree or extent, why, and so on. So this adverb can tell us the place where something happened or will happen, the time when something happened or will happen or is happening, the manner, which is how. Can also tell us to what extent it happened, where we get such words like very, so, rather, and so on and so forth. Then reason. There are many, but today we are going to look at the adverb that answers the question why, and how you will discover such adverbs in any sentence and even construct your own. So that's what we are going to do today, adverbs of reason. But before we can do that very well, remember, an adverb is a word. There are also other constructions, other sentence patterns that may contain adverb where they are not one single words. Such kind of constructions, we call them phrases or clauses. I don't think you have done this in your previous classes, but if you have, you will understand what I mean. So these things, we call them group of words. They are combination of words, but they perform the same function as maybe adverb or adjective and so on. So when we are talking about adverbials of reason, we are talking about whether it is one word acting as adverb that answers the question why an action happened, or we are seeing them from the angle of group of words, which is also acting as an adverb that answers the question why something happened. I think at this juncture it is necessary to give you some examples so that you will understand what you mean better. Adverbs of reason are words or group of words that tell us the reason behind actions performed by the verb. Sentences that contain these kind of adverbs usually have words like. So we want to show you when you are making your own sentence or you are going through exercises. You see sentences that contain some of the words I'm going to write here now, just so you remember that what you are looking at is possibly adverbials of reason. They have what we call markers. Those markers are words or group of words that when you see them, what they usher in, what they bring immediately, most usually are adverbs of reason. They answer the questions why. Why a verb performed is the function that it performed. Okay, let's look at some of them. We have words like since, because, that, therefore, due to, etc. Let's make example sentences with this. They are numerous. Actually, there are more than these. But let's make our examples with these. Then we can, if time permits, we can add more. An adverb is a word. It tells us more about a verb, an adjective, and a fellow adverb. When it's telling us more about verbs, it answers numerous questions like where, as in place, time, manner, and so on. But remember that I said that when it is talking about an adjective or a fellow adverb, it normally goes with degree. Degree. To which extent did this go that this didn't go? If you are beautiful and the other is very beautiful, you can see that very beautiful is different from just beautiful. So we say that these are areas of degree. But now let's see our sentences that contain our adverbials of reason. Examples. 1. He failed the exam. Now you can say, if our sentence stopped here, this is just a statement. You can put your full stop and it is a good sentence. He failed the exam. Fail is action. So, but an adverb is the person, is the word that will not come and tell you why did he fail the exam. If you ask the question, why did he fail the exam? It is the function of the adverb to introduce a word that will help us to know why he performed this action of failing. And we say that in such a way, the adverb is telling us more about the verb, failed. He failed the exam because, you have seen that our marker, which we said earlier, he failed the exam because he didn't study hard. So this is what we call an adverbial clause of reason. An adverbial clause of reason, it is introduced by this adverbial marker, because, for reason. Okay. Let's see again. 2. She left the house due to loneliness. Okay, she was staying in the house, she left the house. You could have said she left the house and it would be a good sentence. She left the house. Then if somebody asks you, why did she leave the house? It is then the adverb that will quickly come to our help and supply the auxiliary marker to finish the sentence and tell us why she performed the action of left, leaving. She left the house due to loneliness. Due to loneliness. Okay. Then, see another example. We can say Christ died so that we may live. If you don't want to put the so, you can say Christ died that we may live. Or Christ died so that we may live. I hope you understand why I put that so in bracket. It is optional. You can put it there or you may leave it. The sentence will still continue. So if you stop at Christ died, is a sentence. It's okay. Christ performed the action of dying. The action in this whole sentence is the action of dying. Died. Now, which part of speech can now help us to know the reason behind the action, can tell us more about that action word, died? It is the adverb, and it gives us that information. Why did Christ die? So that we may live. That's what we call adverbs of reason. Sometimes they are introduced by one word. Sometimes they are introduced by what we call group of words. And this falls under the adverbial clause of reason. Okay, we can still have an example where we have an adverb of reason being one word. Can say okay, let me give you they therefore surrendered. Now look at this sentence. They therefore surrendered. You could as well have said they surrendered. They surrendered. Now something would have made them to surrender. And that thing, that reason that made them to surrender is contained in the adverb therefore. They therefore surrendered. This therefore contains all those factors that made them surrender. So we say that this kind of construction is also an adverb of reason. Okay. Let's see another example. 5. We finished the whole food seeing that everybody has eaten. We finished the whole food seeing that everybody has eaten. Why did we finish the food? This is action, the verb. These are the verbs. We finished the food, the whole food. Why did we do that? What is the reason behind our finishing the whole food? We did it seeing that everybody has eaten. That is the reason. And this is an example of a group of words performing the function of an adverb. We finish the whole food seeing that everybody has eaten. Alright. The poor woman sold all her clothes in order to feed her children. The poor woman sold all her clothes in order to feed her children. So we could have had a sentence like this: the poor woman sold all her clothes, and we leave it that way, and we would have had ourselves a correct sentence. The poor woman sold all her clothes. Now, somebody who was around when this kind of sentence was made can ask, why? Why would she do such a thing? Why would she sell all her clothes, the poor woman? And then somebody will supply the adverb that will give extra function to the verb and say, in order to. And this is our marker. This is our marker. Okay. So, these and some others like them, if you're actually going to just bring out our markers as they are for adverb, so that you know what we are actually saying, it is this, because, due to, so that, seeing that, in order to. Therefore, all these things are called adverbials of reason. Alright, so far so good. We thank God. As we have drawn almost to the close of this particular lesson, I think that it is imperative to quickly run through the essentials. We said we have discussed the adverb, the parts of speech. We said that the adverb is one of the 8 parts of speech in English language, and we say that the adverb on its own gives us extra information about the verb, about the adjective, and about adverb too. But we are looking at the information it's giving us about a verb in a particular context where it is telling us reason for actions that are performed by the verb. And we say that for it to do its work very well, there are some words or group of words that it uses to enter, to fly the flag that I am going to give you the reason why the verb performs such a function or performs such an action. And that is the work of the adverb of reason. Why did the verb do this? Why did this verb perform this action? The adverb is there to tell us why, like in other aspects of how, when, where, and so on. But today, we looked at some of the pointers, words, that when we see in a sentence, we know that an adverb is there doing its good work. And then we thank the adverb for doing its work. We also thank you for being here and for having listened. And we see you next time.